So what kicked all this off was I had a driveway, circle driveway put in the front yard. This goes around. And I told the concrete engineer that I wanted the water that rolled down the side of that road to flow down across the top of this driveway over into the ditch. Clearly what he heard was I wanted standing water right in here every time it rained. So I rented a PORTA-MOLE boring machine, bought some pipe, bored under the driveway, shoved the pipe through there, and we're good to go. I just need to cover it up. Now that's the short version. There was some trouble in it, but just stick around. You'll see what all I had to do. Just right there on the side will be fine.
Right there on the side.
And that's plenty deep.
Pretty deep. Yeah.
All right, so here's what we got. Got our 5 horsepower PORTA-MOLE boring machine in the ditch. Got a water hose connected up to it. Got our drill bit on the end of it. When we get punched all the way through, we'll put the 6-inch bit on it and cut on the way back. Got our T-post. We'll connect the cable to this winch cable to connect to that T-post. We'll start it up and go to winching. So here's a pro tip for you. The ditch was about 36 inches wide, and the PORTA-MOLE machine is a little bit wider than that. I'd say make this ditch about 40 inches wide and give yourself plenty of room to maneuver the boring machine around in there. Make life a lot easier for you. So if you're boring for a drainage project, I'd recommend that you bore in the direction that the water will naturally flow. I couldn't do that here. If I had, I'd have had to dug out the county road a little bit. But the drill bit seemed to wander down a couple of inches, which is not ideal, but in this case, you'll see that it works. So here's a second pro tip. When you're disconnecting or taking these 10-foot, I guess they're drill stems, I don't know what you call them, but when you're taking these off, it's just righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, but there is a considerable amount of strain just due to the weight of the drill stem and the PORTA-MOLE machine itself. And you'll see here I'm pushing down trying to disconnect this drill stem. Finally figured out that it was a whole lot easier if I'll turn those wrenches over and pull up. Still turning them, left to loosen it up, but pulling it up reduces the strain and stress on the threads and will help that drill stem come off of there a whole lot easier.
You turn out. Are you right-handed or left-handed? How you want to swing?
It don't matter. I'd like to send a shout out to my neighbor. He saw me over here struggling and jumped in the ditch and gave me a hand when I needed it. That's what good neighbors do. Time to clean out the pipe. So this is one way to go about connecting these pipes together. There's another way, but instead of using these separate couplers, they have a version of this pipe that has a flared out that's bigger, and another piece will slide up in it. And I recommend that for this project because I think that that slope on the flare would actually make that pipe slide up into the bored hole. I think it'd make it slide in there a lot easier than to catch on the sharp edges of this coupler. But if all you can use is the coupler, a good 10-pound sledgehammer will get it hammered home. So I put the primer on here first, and then I put the cement on before I put the coupler on. That's how my dad showed me how to do it, and it seems to work pretty well. I'd like to get a little rain shower in before I cover this up just to see how it works. So we may not have any rain in the forecast, but I have an idea. So here's a pro tip if you need a little rain. Roll the windows down on your pickup and go in the house for a little while. Use this method with caution. This escalated very quickly and really kind of got out of hand. So I didn't record this, but on the inlet side of the pipe, I attached a 45-degree elbow, 4-inch PVC elbow to the inlet. Extended that out a little bit with another small piece of 4-inch pipe. Just enough to get it up close to ground level. So here it is the day after the rain. My after rain pond is no longer a thing. This actually worked out as well as I'd hoped it would. So anyway, I think that's going to just about wrap this project up. I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one.